What's up, guys? Welcome to Ramsey versus Comics. Wow, what a pandemic, huh? It's probably turned all our lives upside down, definitely turned mine upside down, wreaked havoc with some of my businesses, but the collectible side of things is booming. Who would have thought you cut out bars and alcohol and people will spend it on comics?
Okay, people, let's do this one more time. My name is Ramsey. I'm a comic store owner. I organize conventions. I'm in a band, and I'm a lifelong pop culture fan. And I'm lucky enough to be surrounded by it every day of my life. Welcome to Ramsey vs. Comics.
Anyway, sorry, I've been away for a while. I've actually been opening up a couple new businesses. We opened up a huge gaming area for Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, called Kaboom Games, right behind our store called Kaboom Comics and Collectibles. So I've been busy doing that, yes, through the pandemic. I don't know what I was thinking, but guess what? It's working. So, very cool. Also, opening up a boba tea shop at our anime store. So I've been learning all about boba. We have some incredible recipes, so that's going to be awesome. Anyway, not that many of you, unless you guys live close by, can partake. But if you live around the McAllen, Texas area, definitely check out our boba shop, or boba tea shop at Anime Boom. Anyway, joining me right now is the original Stormbreaker, not the one we saw in Avengers Endgame. This one's a little kind of pathetic once you think about the other one. But are we going to use this to open this box from CGC? Probably not. But it looks cool, right? Anyway, but we are going to use this razor. So I sent off, ooh, brand new, look at that. Still got its sheath. So I got to unsheath it. Wait, maybe I'll put a cool sound effect. Hold on. I could make that probably a lot cooler. I sent off a bunch of stuff to CGC to get graded, and this time I did peek at the grade since it was so long. It took forever to get it back. Not just because, you know, CGC takes a while, but also because I had gotten them back from getting pressed at, where, right here, ding, Impressive Comic Books. And instead of having them sent straight to CGC, I had them sent straight back to me, and then I was going to decide what to send and what not to send. Anyway, I sent most of it. I think I had like 30 things pressed, and I think I ended up sending, I think 18, 19 things to get pressed. Anyway, so finally I did check, and I couldn't resist, and I checked the grades, and I kind of remember, I think I was okay with all the grades. What really bothered me is that there was no grader notes on any of these. So the grader that I got, and I'm assuming it was probably the same guy, didn't put any notes. So there's not, I want to say half of them are 9.8s, and of those, I think they're all the same title. But all the rest, I think if it's not a 9.8, at least tell us why, especially if it's in the lower 9s. Or even in the 8s, like I really feel like, yes, I posted about it online on, I think, CBSI, or one of those Facebook groups, and Facebook groups, and the people that were on there, a lot of the times they're just like, well, you're not promised anything from CGC, why are you so demanding, blah, 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 because I pay money, and I want to know what's wrong with my books. Is that so hard to understand? Yes, CGC says you'll get the grader notes if the grader decides to put them in. And I think that's kind of, honestly. Enough of my ranting. Let's look at what I got. Was it cool? I think I sent some cool stuff. Were the grades as awesome as I had hoped? No, but hey, you can't win them all. Okay, so I guess we'll start with the lower grades. So, and I'll tell you a little bit about why, and I'll just start at one end, and we'll pull them out. I'll tell you why I got these. Okay, so right here, we have a Distant Soil number 6 from Warp Graphics from 1985. And this came back a 9.4, and I know why. There's a little corner bend right here that I didn't see it until actually right now. I wasn't as careful sending it in as I should have been. A 9.4. This is the first appearance, though they didn't put it on there, of Panda Khan. But a while back, I think the rights were sold to somebody. So possibly a cartoon coming at some point. So I liked him in the and I see a big spine tick right here. Well, it's not big, but it's I don't know if you can see it. It's actually very tiny. But hey, it might be a hit. It might not be. We'll see. Anyway, A Distant Soil 6, first appearance of Panda Khan. And what do we have here? Ooh, okay, so this is definitely something I was hoping would get a better grade. It is a Venom #1 from 2011, and it's a 9.6. Oh, I see why. So I might actually crack and press this because I think it was the staining right there. Anyway, I'll shoot a close-up. I think the staining on the back staple right here, I hope that's just staining and not a tear, kept it from being a 9.8, but I was really hoping this would have been a 9.8. Anyway, I planned to send these out pre-pandemic, and caught me by surprise. So some of these were hot back then, might not be so hot anymore, but hey, at least I got them. They might heat up again. All right, this next one is Amazing Spider-Man 361. It's a 9.4. First appearance of Carnage. Damn. And I can see at the bottom where there is a fold at the bottom corner here. But there's also staple stress lines over here. I think this fold must have happened when it was getting encapsulated. It looks like it could be pressed out. Anyway, this does have some spine stress, but hey, it's a 9.4, first appearance Carnage. Not bad. Alright, what's next? We have Batman #1, 9.6. It's from the New 52. And it looks absolutely perfect. And I don't know what the flaws are. I hope it wasn't these things on the corners that made them think it was like smudges, because that's part of the artwork of the ad in the back. I don't know if you can kind of see there in this corner right here. It looks like it has a smudge, but that's part of the artwork, I believe. Yeah, that's part of the artwork. And it's got like folds in it. I really don't see anything wrong on the cover. Maybe something wrong on the interior pages. But you bet your damn life that I'm going to crack this, check it out, and maybe resubmit it, because I really wanted a 9.8 on this. For a 9.6, I might as well not even have sent it in. At least not at this point, value-wise. Okay, so, here's, yeah. I kind of expected this one to not come back a 9.8. This is an Uncanny X-Men 297. It's the gold edition that you had to mail away for if you bought an X-Men game back in the 90s. So it had a coupon you're supposed to mail away for it, and I think later ones a comic actually came with it inside. I'm not too sure, but anyway, this one's rarer because not a lot of people sent away for it. But yeah, this one has a couple spine creases, spine ticks there, and back down on the back corner there was like a little bit of color breakage. Might have been dropped a corner at some point, but 9.6. I would have loved, don't get me wrong, a 9.8, but those are really hard to find. Very rare chance. That's why they're so expensive. Here's another 9.0. Here's another Panda Khan first appearance, A Distant Soil #6. And so the crappy thing is I see one spine tick on it. So I was expecting like a 9.6. Sometimes I'll let a spine tick, go. But I don't see anything wrong with it on the cover. Again, perhaps something on the interior. I checked these really well before I sent them off. I wonder if they could have possibly confused these two, because I don't know, for it to have a corner fold, you know, on this corner right here, and still get a 9.4, but this one looks great and get a 9.0. It seems like they might have got them confused. Anyway, was really hoping at least one of them. Anyway, okay, so here's a 9.8. This is a Strange Academy #1 Walmart edition. It is the first print of the Walmart editions. That was a later one, I think, that has a blue logo that was released. I want to say that's probably like a second print or a third print. I don't know. But yes, this is the Walmart edition of Strange Academy #1. Looking really sharp. 9.8. Pretty happy about that. Okay, what else we got? I tell you, this is a big one. We had like 18 slabs come in. Whoa! All right. Oh, sorry, didn't throw those at you. All right, guys. Star Wars #42. First appearance of Boba Fett in comics. Yes, he came out in a magazine before that, but Part 4 of the Empire Strikes Back movie adaptation, Star Wars British Cover Gallery. But it doesn't say first appearance of Boba Fett. But yeah, 9.0, I agree. It's got some spine ticks, but this is a newsstand edition, which honestly, and there's a lot of infighting in the community about this, whether they should be valued more, you know, with the UPC or with the, I think it has a Spiderman on it for the direct edition. Real quick, for those who are new to this, newsstand edition, they were available at newsstands, at grocery stores, places like that, out in the wild. And at that time, the direct market was just coming around, and they had a little Spider-Man symbol or something else here, or sometimes a cross to show that it was the direct edition. I'm pretty sure it was a Spider-Man though. There's a lot of people who love the newsstand edition because it is supposedly rarer in good condition, because in the newsstands, they were on spinner racks and people would bend them so they'd get a lot of spine ticks, and people wouldn't take care of them. Kids were like, you know, wiping their boogers with them and putting them back, you know, when their parents said, no, you can't have, we're not going to spend 50 cents on a comic for you. And so not a lot of them survived in good condition. And then at the end of the run, probably a month or two, sometimes longer, what they would do is they would put the date a couple months ahead, and that way it would last on the newsstand longer so that they wouldn't be returned. Because back in the day, if you owned a newsstand and you received comics, you would make a lower percentage, but all of it would either sell, or if it didn't sell, you could rip off the covers or part of the cover and return it for credit. So you really had nothing to lose. The direct edition had a different symbol here so that Marvel knew, hey, these are not returnable. And because I guess the profit margin for a direct edition, if you owned a comic store, was bigger, probably around the 50% mark. And at newsstands, I want to say, I've heard that it was about 20% is what you'd make. But of course, the comic stores were taking all the risk. And so, you know, but in exchange, they'd get a bigger percentage. What Marvel didn't want was any returns and didn't want to have to pay anybody back for it. But that's why these are rarer. Because one, rarer in better condition, because in newsstands, people didn't take care of them. In the direct editions, you know, at comic stores, kind of, you know, the people that would go there kind of knew, hey, don't manhandle the comics. Two, whatever didn't sell was destroyed. And so that's why people preferred these. But at the time, in the 1980s, based on the research that I've done, and yes, it's from most of it from the owner of Mile High Comics, Chuck had made a post about what, you know, what he remembers from that time. And at that time, there was way more of these printed because there wasn't that many comic stores yet. I think it was 85 when it kind of changed, and all of a sudden there was more comic stores than newsstands. And so anyway, so is this rarer? Nobody really knows, but you can assume that yes, they were more manhandled out in the wild, and yes, a lot of them were returned and destroyed if they didn't sell out. So Boba Fett on the cover, Star Wars being super popular, did it sell out on the newsstands? We don't know, but I'm going to assume they're probably a little bit rarer. Okay, but I don't think the price should be as wildly different, you know, from the UPC to the direct edition as it is right now. Okay, guys. So here we have, DC Comics presents number 47 from 1982. And this looks really, really nice. Pressed out pretty nice, but it did have some spine ticks. But what makes this really cool is obviously first appearance of, here he is, of He-Man. First appearance of He-Man in comics, right? Does it say it there? Masters of the Universe, first appearance of He-Man and Skeletor in comics. So that's really cool. The other thing that makes it super cool is that it has a Mark Jewelers insert. So if you don't know what a Mark Jewelers insert is, I guess through the 70s and the 80s and actually early 90s, there was a company called Mark Jewelers, and they would put in ads into certain comics, mainly around army bases or places like that, to try to sell them rings, graduation rings, wedding rings, whatever kind of rings they could. And anyway, this came, and this video should be coming soon, from a lot that I bought, I guess a collection that I bought, where it belonged to somebody in the Navy. And I know that because I found, you know, Navy stuff in it. And if you subscribe to my Facebook, if you look up Ramsey vs. Comics, I did do a live kind of preliminary look through there for people and kind of showed what was in that collection. This was probably like, a year ago. This and this did come out of that collection. So this doesn't have a Mark Jewelers insert, but this one does, making it super, 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 super rare. Then it's also a newsstand version, you know, and it's in pretty good condition. I would say it looks even better than a 9.0, but man, I think this grader just had it in for me. He didn't, I don't know, maybe he doesn't like this podcast. Well, hello. All right, so it took way longer to unbox 18 CGCs, and coupled with the fact that I never know when to shut up. I just talk and talk and talk and talk. I'm going to split this into 2 videos, so this is going to be part 1. Part 2 will be out in a couple days if you want to finish seeing all the cool stuff that I got. But meanwhile, let's give something away. For previous comments from previous videos, I've been meaning to do some giveaways. At the end of the next video, we're going to give away the signed Alex Ross. Where is it? Here it is. Signed. Can you see it? There you go. Signed Alex Ross. Incredible Hulk number 600, number 127 of 999. Ooh, look at all those guys go. Okay. All right, Michael. That connecting looks great in my opinion. All right, Michael. You are the winner of this highly sought after Marvel Star Wars High Republic number 1. Highly sought after, probably worth 15-20 bucks by now, maybe more. A lot of people wanted it. There weren't enough printed. So now it's yours. If you hit me up, in the description below are my social media links. If you can hit me up there, let me know where to send it. I can send it to you right away. If I don't hear from you in a month, I'm going to give it away to somebody else. So make sure to hit me up. I hope you're watching. Cool. Also, if you want to win one just like that, then comment down below on this video. What do you want to see? Does it matter to you that this is in 4K? Because it takes so long to edit in 4K, and if it wasn't in 4K, it would be a lot quicker, but it looks so cool, so I'm torn. Tell me what you think down below. What other kind of content do you want to see? I'm going to do other unboxings. It's not always going to be CGCs, like these cool artist editions. Anyway, those are coming up. Unboxing those. I'm going to be unboxing different things. I'm going to be telling you about different series that are coming out and what I think about them. Anyway, but let me know what you want to see. That's what I think you want to see. What do you want to see? Tell me down below, and you can win one of these. You can be in the winner's circle like Michael is. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for part 2. It's coming up in a couple days to finish with this unboxing, and I'll see you then. Gotta get that.